Today I'm going to share with you just 5 mindset tips that are going to help you instantly lose more weight this week and finally feel confident in your own skin. If we haven't met before, welcome to my channel. My name's Alex Murphy. I help everyday CrossFit members to drop weight, keep it off, and ultimately live a life with body confidence that they never even dreamed of. I've been doing that for over 8 years now, and I've changed thousands of lives in the process. The tools I'm going to teach you today are exactly the same as I teach my clients to help them upgrade their thinking, because you know that nutrition is 90% mental and 10% actual physical effort. So I'm here to help you think bigger, and I'm here to make weight loss that bit easier for you so that you can get results faster and ultimately you build your trust in me. Here we go. Let's dive into 5 of the biggest mindset frames that you can change right now to lose more weight this week. Number 1, no one is going to force feed you. That's right, you heard exactly what I just said. No one is going to force feed you this week. You're an adult, you likely choose the foods that you're going to eat, you put it in your mouth. I've never seen an adult forcibly have food like shoved down their throat. And you can laugh at this one a little bit, but it is designed to kind of be a little bit of a light bulb. One of the best clients we've ever had inside our program, Sarah, achieved incredible results with us. She dropped 10 kilos, she boosted her performance in the gym, she finally feels confident in her own clothes. And the biggest thing for her was this one phrase. As soon as she realized no one's gonna force feed you, it helped her take ownership, and that's really what we do differently with our coaching. We don't just tell you what to do, we don't just tell you what to eat, we actually just help give you the power to know, right, everything I want is within my control. The result I want this week, it's entirely within my control. I have the power to go and get it, no one is gonna throw me off this. Just say that out loud to yourself and feel how much power it gives you. When you're in control and you're responsible for your results, good things happen. Remember, no one's gonna force feed you this week, and if you set yourself a target, let's say it's lose 5 pounds this week, you're entirely responsible for that, and it's completely within your control. You just have to show up and do the things that you know you need to do. Calorie deficit, steps, get to sleep on time. Mindset frame number 2, who am I doing this for? It's really easy to set a weight loss goal for yourself in terms of thinking, I'd love to be maybe 5 to 10 kilos lighter, I'd love to feel a little bit more confident on the beach this summer. But who are you really doing this for? For the most powerful results, you probably need to think bigger than your own internal narrative or your own internal reward. You likely need to think about 2 people. Number 1, the people in your immediate circle right now. That means your partner, your kids, your family, your colleagues at work, the people that you maybe even lead in your own business. How are they going to look at you if you show up with radical self-confidence, incredible energy every day, and freedom and conviction behind your eyeballs? That's what happens when you come into our program. Not just about the physical results on the scale, it's what that does for your life and ultimately the people around you. If you're selfless like most people, you'll find that impacting others in your circle is one of the most powerful things you can do for your own motivation. There's only so far you can take it until you're kind of satisfied with your results. When you reach that stage, you need to expand bigger and think, right, how do I want to look in front of my kids? How do I want to look in front of my peers? What do I want my friends and family and my partner to think about me? Who am I doing this for? You're either doing it for the people in your immediate circle right now or for the people that you want to have in your life in the future. Whether that's a partner, whether that's kids, whether that's yourself 10 years from now. They say one of the most painful things you can do in life is reach a point of regret, or when you get to heaven, whatever your religious conviction is. But just imagine you get to heaven and they show the life that you could have had versus the life that you did lead. You don't want to leave any of that to chance. Who am I doing this for? Repeat that on repeat to yourself all week. Number 3, what need is not being met right now? Now this is specifically related to food and food triggers. I speak about it all the time, but you don't eat most of the time when you're hungry. You actually eat when there's some unmet emotional need, or you go scrolling, you look on Netflix, you use one of your countless other vices. I only know because I've been there myself and I've seen thousands of people do the same thing. What emotional need is not being met right now? That's a really great phrase to repeat to yourself, or a question to ask yourself when you notice, I'm really thinking about a packet of biscuits right now. Why am I thinking about that? What emotional need is not being met? If I check my sort of internal hunger regulation, I'm pretty full. I'm not like desperately hungry. Why am I feeling this need for something sweet right now? Where can I get that from somewhere else? Is it loneliness? Maybe I need to go and phone a friend or go outside for a walk. Is it boredom? Okay, I need to go and create a task for myself, something that's enjoyable. Is it stress? I actually need to block some me time into my calendar to go to the gym, take a hot bath, go for a walk, whatever it is. Think about the emotional need that's not being met. Loneliness, boredom, stress, they're just 3 common ones. And think about how you can hack those without resorting to food. You definitely have an opportunity to work on that this week. Number 4, you can eat whatever you want, but you have to account for it. This is really important if you've struggled with a food relationship your whole life that has been centered around guilt and shame around certain foods, or believing that certain foods are good or bad for you. Again, this is not your fault. It's the way that society has peddled foods for years, countless years. It's not your fault, but it is your responsibility to fix it and to work on it. One really simple thing you can do is change the wording. So instead of looking at foods as good and bad, a term I like to use is aligned and flexible. As in, foods that are really aligned with my goals if I'm trying to lose weight. Chicken, rice, broccoli, Greek yogurt, eggs, vegetables, all those kind of things that make up the staple of a pretty healthy diet. They're really aligned foods. When I eat those foods and I choose to eat them, I'm being aligned with my goals. I'm being aligned with my future self. When we have flexible foods at the other end of the spectrum, they're not inherently bad on their own, but definitely we're being a little bit more flexible with our diet, which is fine. I actually encourage you to do that. So aligned and flexible. There's nothing wrong with having flexible foods. You just need to account for how many of them you're having during the day. By the way, this doesn't mean exercising your way out of a calorie deficit or into a calorie deficit. Number 5, the biggest one. I am worthy of a different life. I am worthy of a better life. Now, this is so crucial for people when they are stuck in the zone of not being able to get started, or we call it like the indecision zone. They know there's a problem in their life. They wish they could fix it, but they currently don't have the belief that they can fix it or that they're worth the result. For a lot of people, it can feel really confusing, and it can fly in the face of their current identity if they are looking to become the person who has great body confidence, who has amazing energy in the room every day, who has ultimate freedom. Likely a sense of imposter syndrome sitting with you right now that's going, gosh, could I be that person? Like, I don't know if I could lose all that weight. Well, I just feel a little bit uncomfortable in my clothes. I'm not sure I'm ready to get there yet. That's your own subconscious speaking, trying to keep you from making a change. Because change is unknown, it's uncertain, and it's risky. But you know what's even more risky? Not making a change. Staying stuck where you are 5-10 years from now. How would that feel for you? In order to believe that you're capable of making change and getting these results, you have to believe that you're worthy of a different life and worthy of a better life. You'll never outwork low self-worth. So I hope that was helpful. If you took some notes, great, I love that. I would love to know in the comments which one of those stood out to you the most, which one are you going to use this week? And if you found some value from this, I'd love you to do one of 3 things. Subscribe to our channel so that you get more value on a weekly basis, and I can help you solve your biggest nutrition problems so that you can lose weight, keep it off, and live with incredible body confidence. That's what I want for you. Second thing, share it with someone who you think might need to hear it right now. Send them the link or say, hey, check this video out. I think it could be really useful for you. Third one, comment below and let me know what one you're going to put into practice today. There's a difference between information and implementation. If our problem was just an information issue, we'd all be billionaires with 6-packs by now, but we're not in that position. So it's actually implementing what we already know, and that's what I'm here to get you to do. So comment below which one of these stood out to you the most, and if you found value, I'd love for you to stick around. See you next week.